Hi guys, I'm so glad to be back with you guys today. I apologize for not posting last week. My little ones were sick, so the babies come first. But I'm so excited to be back with you guys today, and I'm excited about what we're going to be talking about today. But before we get there, just a couple of housekeeping things. Yes, I am outside today. I just could not pass up the opportunity to be outside. It's just so beautiful. So I hope the extra noise from outside doesn't really affect the video or the quality of the video, but I just had to take this opportunity to shoot at least one video outside. I could not be cooped up in the house all day on another weekend that it was so beautiful. So let's just go ahead and jump right into it. I wanted to address a demographic of women that I think sometimes goes overlooked. So we're talking about those women in transition from the teenage years, adolescence, to adulthood, 18, 19, 20, 21 sometimes, depending on how you develop, really trying to find their way in the world, and really just kind of wanted to give some tips on how to transition gracefully as a woman from that awkward trying to find out who you are into the world of who you want to be. So we're going to talk about 3 areas of your life that you really need to focus on in order to begin to develop into the person that you're wanting to see as an adult. As we all know, that time of our lives are difficult. We're experimenting, we're trying different things, we're getting in trouble. So it's really kind of tough to figure out if we're going to follow the crowd and conform, if we're going to stay true to ourselves, if we're going to be a professional, if we're going to be a free bird and fly and travel and experience things. We're really trying to figure ourselves out. Just so you know, no one has it figured out at this point. What happens is we think we have it figured out, like I did. You think you have it figured out what you want to do, where you want to be, who you want to be, what you want to become, and then as you journey through life, you find out that you actually have nothing under control, and we're all just trying to figure it out. So with that being said, the first area that's really important for us to develop as women during that time frame is our confidence. Some of that is external, the things that we hear people saying to us and the things that we choose to believe about ourselves from what other people give us, and then a lot of that is internal, right? A lot of that is whether or not we choose to believe what all these external forces are telling us and what we choose to internalize about those things. So the things we choose to internalize can really affect us greatly. So we want to make sure that those affirmations that we were talking about in the last video, those are the things that stick. Those are the things that really kind of build our character and build who we are. Confidence is not something that comes easy to a lot of people. Some people appear to be confident, and really on the inside they are not. They're insecure and really have doubts about who they are, and that's fine. We all have insecurities, we all have issues some way or another with confidence, right? But confidence is something that you really have to kind of fake it till you make it, right? So if you don't really have the confidence, you have to wear it like it's a shirt. I heard Angel Richardson say this. She says, you know, you really have to put on your confidence like it's a scarf. You have to wrap yourself in it. So even if you don't feel confident, you have to act like you are confident until you're able to really internalize those affirmations that you're using, and until you can see the manifestation of true internal blossoming confidence. The second thing that we have to work on as women in that age range is self-sufficiency. I'm so big on self-sufficiency, and a lot of people see that a different way, but my view of self-sufficiency is not turning away help, but being able to recognize within yourself that you're capable of doing it alone. This first started when I was in this age range with my mother. telling me, you know, I really thought it was a good idea to have a roommate, and for some people you don't have a choice but to have a roommate, and that's fine. I thought I didn't have a choice, but my mom made it very clear that I did have a choice, and she was very big on being independent and being able to sustain by yourself before you start adding other people and other things to the picture. So self-sufficiency looks different for everybody, but at the core it just means knowing in your mind and being able to sustain on your own without needing the help of anyone else. And it's fine to need help, it's fine to ask for help, but always with the goal of getting to a place where you can sustain for your own, and then giving back to those people who were able to pour into your life. Self-sufficiency is also important around this age range because this is the time when we start really taking our job seriously. So when we're going into a professional atmosphere, whether that professional atmosphere be McDonald's, because it is a business, so it is a profession. So whether that atmosphere be McDonald's, or whether that atmosphere be an internship that you're going to do at a Fortune 500 company, the attitude of self-sufficiency has to be there, because the people who progress professionally, the people who are able to make it in their careers, in their life paths, are the people who are self-sufficient, who are able to show that they can get the job done without having to be asked a million questions or having to be taught the same material 50 million times. Okay, these are the people that progress. So that's a skill that we need to develop during that age. And here's the reason why these things that we're talking about are so important. Life in itself is on-the-job training. We don't get a pamphlet or a handbook that says, you know, turn left here, go right, make a U-turn, then go back up the street. You're gonna come to a highway, get on that highway, it'll get you there faster, then get off at the 4th exit. We don't have those type of directions for life. So we have to treat life as if every single encounter, and I've said this before, every single encounter, every single lesson or opportunity is given to us in order to learn something. So we have to treat life like it's our OJT. We are on the job, we are learning all the time. We're trying to figure out who we are, what paths we're going on, and every single interaction we have will get us there. We're on a path, we're on a journey, and so we have to treat it as such and take from it what we can. And the last thing that we need to develop during this age range is faith. Faith in what? Well, the Bible says that faith is the substance of things hoped for and the evidence of things not seen. And there are 4 words in there that we really need to concentrate on: substance, hope, evidence, and not seen or unseen. So we have to make sure that we're putting our faith in something that has substance, that has meaning, not just to you, but to the grand scheme of things. We have to make sure that we are investing in hope of ourselves. We have to keep hope for ourselves, keep hope for humanity, hope for other people. And then evidence of the unseen, meaning that everything that's going to happen in our lives we're not going to know about. We have to have faith that even though we can't see the next step in front of us, we might be able to see the next inch in front of us, and we can take that inch of a step knowing that when we get to the full step, it's going to be there, and whatever is there is what was supposed to be there and laid out for us. So I really enjoyed sharing some of these tips with you guys. If you know any young women who could benefit from this information, please make sure to like the video, to share it. Put your comments down in the description box. Of course, follow me on Instagram at Ambient Growth Coach. You can visit my website at ambientgrowth.com, and you can follow me on Facebook. Find the Facebook page, it's Ambient Growth. It has a little sunflower, and I'll see you there. Be well.